What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, Prison Tales with Dave. I'm your boy, David. Now, guys, I was asked recently, what is the name? What's the deal with the name? The people that know me as David. And for the channel, I went with Dave. Why did I go with Dave? It's simple. Prison Tales with Dave sounds better than Prison Tales with David. You see what I'm saying? Prison Tales with Dave, Prison Tales with David. Whatever, you get the point. Anyways, guys, thank you for tuning in. Much love to you guys. Thank you for supporting the channel. For those of you who have been with me from the beginning, thank you so much. I really appreciate that, guys. Now, I want to say this. I hope that everybody out there is in the best of health and best of spirits, not just for yourselves, but your family and loved ones as well. Now, guys, this video is about prison visits, visiting in prison, but it's not what you think. Now, this was suggested by my daughter, Serena. She said, hey, Dad, why don't you make a video about visiting in prison? Because she remembers when she went up north to visit me. And she remembers the journey. It was a long journey, long ride there and long ride back, just for a few hours of a visit. And they always leave very sad. So she remembers that. And she suggested that I do this video. So I was going to do that because I thought, you know what? That's a good idea. And I was going to make the video as far as like I always do, from a prisoner's perspective. And that, to me, for right now, is not a good idea. The reason being is because I found something on the internet that I was reading that really hit here. As an inmate, as a convict, as somebody who's done time, whose family has gone to visit me, I didn't take into consideration how hard it is for these people, for our people, to come up and see us. It's brutal. It really is. For us inmates, we're already in there. We're just sitting there. All we have to do is wait. So we never hear the other side of that token. So these people don't have a voice, and today I want to be the voice for those people who have to make that treacherous journey to go visit a loved one. So let me get this video started with this story, guys. I know you guys will enjoy this, and I know that you guys will see things, look at things from a different perspective. The story is the long journey to visit a family member in prison. Remote prison towns and strict visiting policies make it hard to stay in touch. The first time Jody Calkins visited her son at the federal prison in Seagoville, Texas, the journey took her about 10 hours. From her home in Elkins, West Virginia, she drove 3 hours to the Pittsburgh International Airport, took a 3-hour plane ride to Dallas Love Field Airport, then drove another hour in a rental car to a hotel near Dallas. After driving an additional hour to the prison, the next day Calkins was turned away. Her son Michael James waited anxiously for hours. And that shit happens all the time, guys. There's always one, two, three, a few guys in there, every prison and every visiting day, who know they're going to get a visit, and they get their clothes ready. They're waiting. They're anxiously waiting, and they're waiting and waiting and waiting, because nobody ends up coming. And there's always a chicken shit reason why they don't let the visitors in. And it's messed up because a lot of them have to drive hundreds of miles. So let me continue with the story. When the mother and son talked on the phone later that night, Jody explained that she had been blocked from entering the prison because she was wearing a thin, zigzagging a dress with zigzagging black and khaki stripes. Khaki was one of the prohibited colors at Seagoville prison. So she had the zigzagging black and khaki stripes on her dress. So they didn't let her in. Most of these prisons are out in the middle of nowhere, so you can't run out and get a new outfit, like say at a Walmart or a Target. You learn real quick to fill your trunk with clothing. That's true, guys. A lot of the wives who are hip to the policies, they usually bring a whole bunch of clothes in different sizes also, so that some of the women that could get turned away for clothing issues, they'll be hooked up. So there's always not all the time, but once in a while there's a good woman out there helping other women out like that. Anyways, let me continue. California State Prison Solano opened in 1984 in the rural town of Vacaville, halfway between Sacramento and San Francisco. It was the first new prison constructed in California in 2 decades. Every 2 months, Romanthea Porter visits her husband at the Solano State Prison, nearly 500 miles from her home in Riverside, California. If she leaves around 9 a.m., the Amtrak from San Bernardino usually gets her to Sacramento by 8 p.m. Porter spends the night with her daughter, then takes an Uber to the prison the next morning. A round-trip Amtrak ticket costs her about $106, and the Uber is $30 each way. If she took a public transportation from Sacramento to the prison, it would take her more than twice as long. Guys, these are just a couple of the stories, but they almost always are the same. It's rare if you get sent to a prison that's close to your home. Really, really rare. As somebody that lives in Los Angeles who has been to state prison, I've been up north all the time, except for one time I was in Chino and at CRC, but that's as close to home as I ever got. It's brutal. It's brutal for our people, and like I said, I was gonna make this video about us prisoners, and I was gonna tell you some stories, and I was gonna go through it, walk you through the visiting process, but I said, you know what? I can do that all day, and there's other guys that do videos like that, but there's nobody out there making videos about our visitors, the people who count. Because us as prisoners, man, you guys have heard all the stories. You already know. We got ourselves in there. So, you know, don't cry for me. You know what I'm saying? But I do want to be a voice for our loved ones, because they didn't commit no crime. They shouldn't have to be suffering the way they are. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's brutal. It really is. The prison policies are laughable, if you guys only knew. So I wanted to make this video to shed light on what our visitors go through, so that you guys can get some type of understanding. Now, guys, I wanted to keep this video shorter, so just bear with me. Now, any questions, comments, and concerns that you guys have, please drop them down on the comment section. I'll be more than happy to respond to them, whatever they may be. Now, guys, like I said, thank you for supporting the channel. Stick with me, guys, and help the channel grow. That's all I got. I'm David. Much love to everybody. Stay healthy, stay safe, and stay sane. Thank you. Much love.